Shinimoto, this is John.
We're gonna do Q&A.
We're doing a little talk show.
Yeah, we're doing a host talk. We're just giving order statuses via YouTube. All right, I'm getting off of here.
Are we gonna talk at the camera or are we gonna talk to each other?
Probably both.
Okay.
I don't know, we'll see where it goes. We'll try it with our clothes on first.
I mean, this is gonna start here and spiral into.
I digress.
I'll do whatever I have to in front of the camera to keep this. Already recording?
Wait, yeah, it's been recording.
Okay.
Well, we need to do some sort of intro. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah.
Yeah, I can write a little intro music for you if you want. Or we could make it like an O'Reilly's thing. It'll be like, cognito.
Cafe parts. It's been a while since we did any sort of YouTube video, and we want to get back into the swing of things. I think it's been a year since we put out the last one. And so just to get things rolling again, we're going to do like a question and answer, kind of a frequently asked questions. We just went through this week's emails and collected a handful of them, and we'll just answer them. I mean, we've answered them, but we're going to just do a question and answer here. I'm Devin. This is John. So if you call up here, you get John or you get myself.
Do we need to restart?
No. We're just gonna keep going, and I may or may not edit it.
Okay.
We still have the CB650 to build. We need to get back on that. I don't know. This summer's been an interesting summer. There's been some restructuring here, really messing me up.
What's that?
Very quiet. I got a package, so I'm gonna drop it off.
All right,
All
you're
right,
good.
thanks, man.
So we're still building the CB650, the CB750, and we've got some other things to add to that. But we've been kind of restructuring things here. It's been a little challenging over the summer, but we're gonna get back into the swing of it and hopefully get more of these videos out. All right, so John's gonna read me the questions, and I'm gonna do my best to answer them, or
Yeah.
you can answer them.
Well, we have a gentleman wondering, he wants to order some plate, and he wants to know the types and sizes of plate that we have, and if you could respond immediately.
Okay.
Yeah, just to go, does the number of spokes affect the rim width you can choose?
No. So the number of spokes is the number of. Is that just a child screaming?
I know. We could shut
Where
the door,
is-
but
No, I don't want to mess up the lighting. So the number of spokes is based on the hub. So your hub either came with 36. 36 is more common, probably in the Yamahas or the smaller CC Hondas, and 40 is, the larger CBs, like the 550 or the 750. 36 is way more common, but like I said, it depends on what the hub you have is now. So you just want to count the spoke holes on the existing hub. Yep.
but you can run whatever width you want, right?
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, you can run whatever width you want, but typically, the wider we go, the thicker gauge spoke.
Okay.
So just to give it some more support, because now you've widened the rim, so you got more leverage on the spokes. So that we typically go up in the spoke size, which rarely do you have to drill out a hub to allow for the larger spoke. So we'll go as big as the hole in the rim, or we'll go as big as the hole in the hub allows.
When are we going to have these, this 70 to 84 BMW 38 millimeter stainless steel head pipes back in stock?
I don't know. I don't know that they will go back into stock. They were like they were low cost in stainless steel, but there was fitment issues with them here and there. So every once in a while, you would get one that the cross pipe didn't line up, and I have a feeling that the supplier has I don't know, they probably washed their hands of it and stopped buying it or making it or whatever they were doing. So as of right now, I don't know that we will get those back in stock. The alternative is going to be the chrome ones that a little more expensive, but the quality's there. Definitely better quality.
Yeah, because we use the Endurolast ones on all of our bikes, right?
I do now, yeah. Yeah, the first one I did use the stainless ones, and I really liked them. I mean, the wall thickness is a little thin, so you get some coloring right away. But again, the fitment issues, I think we got a few of them back.
Yeah, I remember those. This question's about, they're asking if they can get the spokes powder coated black to match the hub, nipples, and rims. But is that a service we offer?
We powder coated the spokes once. We did it for the Fox CB350, and it was a nightmare. And after that, I was like, I'm never doing this again. Because what happens is, as soon as you assemble it, start to torque on the spokes, it starts flaking the powder coat on the nipples, and you've just got flaky nipples. So guys in the Harley world that do it, because I've seen them.
Right.
Those are stainless steel spokes, and they're definitely powder coated. I don't know how they're doing it that they're not flaking it, because I mean you're torquing down on those nipples pretty good.
Right.
So I'm not sure how they do that. And then you have the motocross stuff, which is those are aluminum spokes and they're anodized, but that's we can't use aluminum spokes and nipples. It just doesn't hold the power, so we're kind of stuck.
Gotcha.
Doesn't help that I just kind of like the stainless look anyway.
Yeah.
The gear, we don't sell any gear.
Yeah.
Try
You can try Cycle Gear.
Cycle Gear.
Yeah, on West Broad.
Uh-huh. We gotta fix our Google algorithm.
We should have mic'd that guy. Ask it again. Ask it again.
It's funny. We're answering questions right now. Oh man.
Same kind of haircut you got now.
Like in that time, the light has dropped so much. I bet I don't even need this filter.
I know, well, it was like sunny just like
It was
20
sunny as
minutes ago.
shit. Now it's dark as shit. Like, ooh, that's my fairing. My fairing. Yeah, we're interviewing John.
Yeah.
You know what I feel like
find
right now though is Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
Cardigan, that's all you need.
But no, you can be.
Oh yeah,
what the hell was that guy's name?
Mailman's here.
I see you.
Oh, is it that time?
What was?
It was Mr. McFeely.
Mr. McFeely. How can I forget that?
I do love how every time the doors open, people can look in here and see, well, what are they doing there? It's like, whatever we're doing is,
Not at all what we do in here.
yeah.
Like clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
All stuff. Trash King guy again. This is good content.
Okay, someone else they're wiring up a M unit to a BMW R100, and they're looking for a spot to mount their M unit. They're wondering what kind of bracket they could use, or if we make one.
There is I think it's a regulator rectifier that is up under the gas tank, and I just attach to one of those. The spacing doesn't quite work out to attach both. and then you kind of have to put it at an angle because on the new M units, the wires come out of the top of the M unit, so it kind of limits your space there because you're gonna hit the inside of the tank. So what we had to do is kind of just take a hammer and open that up to get room for the wires to clear.
So we had to angle the unit and then also hammer it, like dent the tank.
Right, I kind of pitched it down, but it was only holding on by one screw too. So
Okay.
it's not ideal, but it's been on there for a couple of years and that's fine.
Yeah,
It's less than ideal, but it was a convenient spot to wire it that way.
that's true. Yeah, because otherwise we just put them underneath the seat, right?
Right, otherwise, yeah, you'd want to put it under the challenge is up under the seat, you need probably 1.5 to 2 inches for the wires to come out of the M unit.
Right.
It didn't used to be that way. I don't know why they put them to the top. I'm like, I don't know where that's better.
Right.
I liked it better when it came out of the side. Maybe it's easier to read. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it's I don't know. I don't know either. But what?
Where is that?
It's in my pocket.
You can grab it.
Do you want me to answer it?
Yeah, go for it. We're answering questions.
Motives, John. No, I mean, I tell you what, if you give me someone's trying to run this other battery, because I know we make it for the Shirai, but they said it measures 143 millimeters by 38.5 millimeters by 117.5 millimeters. Because I wonder if it would fit that or if we could change it to fit that battery. But
The battery is really close to the size of the box, so unless it were significantly more shallow, because that box barely fits into the pocket that we put it, so
Right.
unless the battery was smaller, we couldn't change that box size to work.
gotcha. I think we had someone who they ordered a conversion triplet tree for us for a Harley, and they were having some like rubbing on the bottom. Because I know that most of the triples they come with like bearing kits with a spacer, but with the Harley stuff it reuses the stock bearing, so it doesn't come with a spacer. But there shouldn't be rubbing. But do you have any input on?
When we make a complete triple, the top of our lower triple is flat, and the Gixxer triple has a lip on it. So the Gixxer triple, or the Gixxer conversion stem, when you just buy the stem, is slightly shorter than the stem that we use on our complete triple, right? Because it has that lip, so it never comes up. Nobody asks me for spacers, so I don't know where they're getting the spacers or if they're spacering it.
Right.
But I know that there is a difference in length, that something is different, because we do make that our stem on our complete triple a 1/4 inch longer. So the fact that he's asking for a spacer doesn't surprise me. It's just I don't know what everybody else is doing, unless
Like
they're
just with the Harley conversions.
just with the Harley, because the Harley bearings don't come with shims.
Okay.
Like all the other bearings come with shims from all balls.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe everybody who gets them is finding a washer somewhere and just shoving it in there. Maybe everybody needs it. I don't know. But nobody asked me for a spacer.
Yeah, it is weird. Yeah, because it's pretty rare that, especially with that bike, that people ask
So
for that.
anyway,
stuff,
if somebody knew the answer to this, like, which I don't know who's going to watch this, because this is a bunch of random questions.
right.
Like, if you needed to know about Harleys, you wouldn't care about a BMW exhaust pipe.
Yeah. I mean, maybe, you never know. But if you need a spacer, like, you can just, it doesn't have to be anything special, right?
No, it'd just be a spacer. I think we're just going to have to find a 25 millimeter spacer, though. So I think it's going to be a McMaster lookup.
Okay.
Because everything we have is 30
Right.
or 24.
But not the 25.
Is there 26? There might be a 26, but then we would be stealing it from a bearing, so I don't.
Yeah.
We could ask all. I don't know that they even have spacers like that. Because he needs 4 millimeters, which is a weird size too. That's like, what is 4 millimeters?
157.
157? Yeah, see, that's a weird number. I mean, you could make 180, 187. You could maybe a 316 spacer we could find. Because it's 1 inch too. I don't know. In other news, what do we got coming up next week? We should get the parts back from plating for the rear sets. I think the Google algorithm's working on the rear sets.
We are selling a lot of those because we
Yes,
can't
I feel
keep
like
up
it's
with.
gone up.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'd have to look.
I mean, it seems more frequent.
Oh yeah, and then next week we got to make the Cafe Racer magazine show is next Saturday. So today's the 4th. So it's what is it? The 10th, 11th?
Be the 12th.
So we make the awards for that show. Unfortunately, this year we're not going to be able to make it out because we're been a bit backlogged, and so it just wasn't going to work out for us time wise this year. Oh, the other thing, we're getting the BMW frames done. Those are finally going out.
Oh,
That
yeah.
one's been a challenge, just like the oil can's been a challenge. The welder that we used got a promotion, and he no longer welds, and he hasn't been able to find a replacement for himself. And then the other fellow that we used for welding, he school and moved, and it was a whole family thing. So he's kind of MIA as well, and so now we're doing it in house. It's clean behind us at the moment, so that's why we're shooting this right here. But yeah, we're getting them done. They're getting out of here, so hopefully we'll catch up on those within the next week. But then hopefully we can get them back on the site, because that product there's a ton of work in that thing.
Yeah.
So much work went into developing that and making that repeatable, and that this sheet metal that goes with it, and the bends and the tabs, and there's so many bits and pieces. What I'm thinking is we sell it maybe as a weld it yourself kit. Maybe offer the option
Yeah.
just to save time, because it's not, it's a time thing is really what it is. To weld that takes a shit ton of time.
I mean, is it tricky to get the welds right on there, or is it?
No, it's not too bad. The challenging part is that you have a gusset, that big gusset. It takes a lot of heat to get through that.
Oh, right.
It's 3/8 plate, so you're putting a lot of heat into that tube, and then it wants to pull the tube, right? Because you're all on one side too.
Right.
So you're welding, like, I don't know what that is, like an 80 thou wall to a 3/8 chunk, and then you got the stud on there. So that,
Okay.
I'm sure there's way worse stuff to weld together.
Yeah. Yeah, we started small with little trays, and now we're getting to the big stuff.
Maybe we'll get better at it.
Maybe.
Are you playing somewhere this weekend?
Yeah, I'm playing at Common House tonight.
It's tonight. I thought that was yesterday.
Your Incognito Moto band.
Yeah.
Yeah, why don't you give your band a shout out? Maybe it'll, like, do the
Yeah.
intro, your music.
Yeah.
Wait, are you gonna copyright me if I use your music in the video?
You just gotta give me 50% of the YouTube ads.
What?
It's a standard cut
15%?
of the YouTube ad revenue. It's the royalties.
All right, well, that's about fucking $5. What, you want to? I'll buy you half a cup of coffee.
Let's try to answer questions. We have to talk to Silas. Okay. What is your favorite color? Easy, red. What is your favorite number? He is 40.